already on here. I will get you on here in just a moment. I just want to say hello to everybody. Thank you for joining me. Happy Monday. I love Mondays. Mondays I get to connect with you and say hi. We get to learn some cool stuff. And that's the day that I do my hair and I put makeup on. So Mondays are good here. But today we have my good friend Renee Marie on. We had her on before. We love everything she teaches. She runs a bridal business. She has so much to offer, but I wanted her to come back on for a couple reasons. One's because I just adore her, and we're going to be learning a really cool look on a twist on a bridal half up style using the diamond braid that her and I kind of collaborated on and talked about. But she's also going to be really busy in about a month welcoming her beautiful baby. So I definitely wanted to get her back on here before she left for a little bit of maternity leave. Can you speak Spanish? I wish I could speak Spanish. I speak a little bit, but I'm not fluent, unfortunately. But I hope you can understand what I'm saying. Let's see here. I want to say hello to everybody. Welcome, welcome. We're going to have a fun braided look today. Thank you also for all voting on the looks that you wanted to do. Let me know with a thumbs up or hearts if you like when we announce the artist and then we allow you to choose the 3 looks, because I think that that's really fun. Takes a little bit of pressure off of us, but also I know that we're choosing a look that you guys are super interested in. So we will continue to do that with our artists that are coming on. But let's go ahead and get Renee on here, my dear sweet friend. Let's see that. Get started. Hello, everybody. Let's see. If you have any questions, please. Hi, beautiful.
Hey, girl. Hey. I heard
know.
You put some makeup on today. Got a chance to do so.
Right.
Me too. False lashes and all. That's what happens when you have a photo shoot planned in the morning. So taking this look with me all day.
You know what's so funny? I was just saying, I know that you heard me, but I love Mondays because I get to connect with everybody out in the community all over the world with these virtual one-on-ones, but it also forces me to do my hair and put makeup on.
Yes, absolutely. It's a good thing.
I know. I mean, our salons here, I'm in Alameda County in California, so our salons are still not open. Yeah. So sometimes, I'm still in a top knot bun, no makeup on, trying to get stuff done, but definitely love our Mondays because then we get to feel like pretty girls again.
Yes, we're in the industry, so it's so sad to be home and not have any reason to make ourselves up. So this is a feel-good day for sure. And I can't wait to teach this look. This is so fun. And you guys, thank you so much for choosing. Like Angela said, it makes it easier on us, so we don't have to kind of guess what kind of looks you want to learn. Yeah. And it's all about you guys during this time, right? We're here to educate you all. So I'm so excited you chose this look. It's something a little bit different. Totally. You can really use any braid with it. I would say, well, not any braid, but this one is a diamond infinity braid. Yes. You can totally do, I would say, a French braid and break it up kind of the same way, which maybe I'll follow up with another tutorial one day on that. Oh my gosh. But I love how this diamond infinity can get fanned out. And I wanted to make it look more bridal, and bridal ponies are so in right now. Yep. And it's something where it's like that, if a bride's not sure if she wants it up or down, she can have best of both worlds, right? Yeah. Pulled up out of her face, but still down and cascading the pony. So,
I want to say hi to Sarah. Hi, loves. I'm going to go through and look at some questions. The look that we're doing is the diamond braid, but it's kind of a play on the diamond braid. We're pushing through to like the bridal season. We wanted to use this new braid that kind of took IG by storm and make it a little bit more bridal, so you can incorporate it into your half up, half downs, instead of just giving you more options to choose from as braids for half up, half down. So I was really drawn to using the diamond braid in now bridal looks. So when Renee kind of took it and created this look. I was like, oh, this is awesome. This is really giving us just some more room to play and create for our bridesmaids and our bridal looks, because half up, half downs are still in style. Ponytails are still in style. They're walking down the aisle. So it's definitely something that we wanted to explore for 2020, even though 2020 is kind of put on hold. So this gives you plenty of time to kind of hone in on your skills once we get back into getting super busy with our brides and bridesmaids again. I also wanted to say hi to Roar. They asked if we could say hi, and of course I wanted to say hi. Okay, cool. So I am super excited because this is my first virtual one-on-one with my new mannequin from Mustafa.
Yay!
It has so much hair. It's so thick. She's got beautiful eyelashes. She has the shoulders, so it's something that you can dress up. But also there's a code BTP20. So if you want to hop over afterwards and check out his mannequins, it's Mustafa. I'll put the link on there. You can get a discount code on his mannequin. So I'm really excited to play with her today.
Yes, it's always good, right? To get that new mannequin and just get her out.
Oh, I know. Because I have so many mannequins. I have so many mannequins sitting up on my shelf over here.
Oh, I know, but it's always nice getting that fresh one.
Yeah, this is Mustafa's debut here. So I'm excited to play with her today.
Awesome. So you guys totally create along with us. This is a virtual one-on-one for a reason. So you can totally create with us or watch, and she's going to have the replay on her IGTV later, so you can rewatch it to create if you just want to like be engulfed in learning right now and taking it all in. That's fine. So a couple of things that we're going to need for this look are definitely products that will make the hair have a little bit of slip to them, because when we're creating the diamond braid, you need to make sure you don't have any sticky products, or it's going to be really difficult for you to manipulate the pieces back and forth, and we need it to be nice and clean and polished. So yeah, we'll definitely, I'll show you what I'm going to use, and I'll let you know what you could have for options as well. And for her prep, she's just lightly waved a little bit. I mean,
same here.
Yep.
We just kind of curl the ends, just so whatever hangs out has a little bend to it. So super easy prep.
Yep. Very easy prep. So if someone has already amazing hair, all you got to do is do this fun braid on them, and it's done in like 20 minutes. So that's exciting, right? When you can do a bridal in 20 minutes and be like, yes, I'm done.
Oh my God. I love it. We are doing, Caitlin, we're doing a diamond braid look, but we're making it a little bit more bridal, so you can incorporate this braid into your bridal parties.
Yes. I'm going to get in close here, and I'm going to have you guys tell me how the lighting is, how the angles are and everything. But luckily right now it is not raining yet, so I still got some awesome light coming in right here.
Oh yeah, so, you're going to get hit by that hurricane.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
It's all right. Hey,
I will share the mannequins from Mustafa. I'm going to be sharing it in when I do the IG TV afterwards. I'm going to be sharing the link and where you can get this mannequin and my code for a discount in my caption. So please come back to the IGTV, and all the information that you'll need will be in the caption for you to click on. Okay?
All right.
Okay, darling.
So let's do this thing. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
All right. So first things first. Now, Louisa here, she has already been styled previously, so she has a little bit of product in her hair.
Okay.
But like I said, we need a nice, like smooth canvas to work with. So the first thing I'm going to do is add some kind of like nourishment or oil to her hair. Okay. So I'm going to actually use, I'm going to use my Biolage oil replenish mist, because I want it to just kind of dissipate all over. Instead of putting like, an oil in my hand and rubbing it through, I just want it to kind of hit mist all over, and we're going to comb that through.
So now I have a spray oil, and I also, some people might have a shine spray. Will that work?
Shine spray will work as well. Yeah.
Okay.
Just something to make the hair nice and silky.
So I have my Rose Elixir from Sexy Hair, which I love.
Love that one. And then just really comb through. Really important to have the hair really nicely combed through, because as you take these little sections, you don't want your fingers getting stuck or caught up in the hair. So really make sure you comb it through. I had a little bit of light teasing in from the previous style up here, but so if you need to do that, you could do that at the top, but I'm going to show you a way to create really nice volume and texture without really having to tease for this style. Okay. All right, so now I got that oil really in there. Okay. So what we're going to need is elastics. And we're also going to need a topsy tail tool.
Yep.
And thank God I have a backup, because I literally just broke this right before I got on here. I donated a section that's too big, guys, because I was trying to pull it through and it wasn't going through, and this is what happened.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
I make mistakes too, guys.
Did you get yours off of like Amazon?
No, actually this one came in the Design Me bridal hair kit.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where
these are easy to find, and they're very inexpensive, and they come in like packs of like 4 or 6.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. So
definitely this needs to be in your bridal kits or styling kits.
100%. And you will see why if you don't know already. All right, so when we start this look, we want to get centered here, and we want to kind of see where we're going to have our crown area, okay?
Okay.
So what we're going to do is just start with a little tiny section in the center here. And these are going to be the first 2 pieces we're going to start with, and then we're going to build on from there. So as we're so the Diamond Infinity braid, it starts out smaller, and then it gets a little bigger, and then it gets a little smaller again. Okay. So you're going to see why it's going to do that is because we're starting with the smaller sections, and then as we are creating this Diamond Infinity, we're going to be adding in hair, so that's going to make it wider. Yep. And then as we continue, we're going to start taking pieces out, which is going to make it skinnier, and then give us that nice fanned out effect. Yes. So just to know where we're going, guys, that's where we're going. That's where we're going to take it. And you guys know I love my Kinder Texture Taffy. So I'm going to take that right there and put a nice glob on my hand here to work with. Because this will also give me some nice slip to the hair, but also grip. Because I want this braid to stay in nicely as well. I don't want it to be slipping around all over the place. Okay.
So just to reiterate that, one of Renee Marie's favorite product that I've seen her use on almost everything is Kenra. It's the what's it again?
The texturizing
taffy. Taffy. I did not get a chance to get that to use, but I'm using an by Air Professional, their pomade. But Kenra Texture Taffy, I invite you to try it because I know every time I've worked with Renee Marie, she has it, and her updos are gorgeous.
Thanks. Yeah.
And she uses it a lot. So
I use it a lot.
So it's on my list to get.
You guys now know one of the secrets to a perfectly polished updo, not the only secret, but one of them, is the Kinder Texture Taffy. All right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to take this section, okay, we're going to split it into 2, but we're not going to split it straight down because then that's going to create separation up here in the crown area, and we don't want to do that. We want it to be together. So to avoid getting separation, we're going to slice it on an angle here, like this. And that's just going to help create some nice flow up here without getting that line in the middle.
Okay, that's kind of an aha moment, and you know how I love my aha moments?
Yeah.
Is to split this section on a diagonal so you don't get a split. So that is awesome, girl.
All about the flow.
Thank you for that one. Totally. Because I think I was splitting down the middle.
Yeah, which is fine. And you can manipulate the hair around, but this just gives it more of a fluid look in the middle.
Yeah.
So I have a little bit of that taffy on my fingertips now. And what I'm going to do is I want to try to make these pieces as even as possible. Okay. So maybe I'll take a little bit more hair on this side here.
Okay.
So, and I'm going to take now a little piece off of this side. Okay. And what I'm going to be doing is going across the other side, and we're going to be going under, and then we're going to bring it over.
So did you grab hair? I wasn't looking, but did you grab hair out of one of those pieces, or did you grab hair from the head?
I grabbed it out of one of the pieces. I just kind of grabbed a little bit more from the side here because I wanted, like I said, I wanted these pieces to be equal here. So I had to grab a little bit more hair off the side here to add into this section. And then I kind of just split it off. So you want it to be about, I would say, a 1/2 inch section if you had to kind of measure it.
Okay.
You don't want it to be too tiny, and you don't want it to be too big, because that's going to hurt you when you're trying to wrap it around. And if the section is too big or too tiny, it's just going to kind of get lost, and you're going to get some separation, or it's going to be too bulky.
Okay.
So that is the trick to that. All right. So so the section over here, we're going to take this little section. We're going to call it section number 1.
Section 1.
Okay. Section 1 is going to go over section 2, and then under section 3. Okay.
Got it.
So first go over section 2.
Yep.
Under section 3.
Got it.
And we're going to lift and elevate the section 1.
Okay.
So that's going to be the trick the whole time. As you're crossing this underneath, you're going to lift it, and then we're going to cross back over to section 2 and go under section 2, lift up.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay.
And now we're going to do that one more time. We're going to go over section 2. Okay. And we're just going to kind of hold it here for a second. All right. Because now we're going to take a little bit of hair from the side over here and add it into section 3. Okay. So take
make section 3 bigger.
Yes. Now we're going to start making section 3 a little bit bigger. So we added that in. So now that that hair is added in, we're going to go with section 1 and go under section 3, lift up.
Yep.
Remember, keep that tension up. And then we're going to bring it over to the other side. And now the same thing. We're going to add a little bit of hair from this side. Okay. We're doing kind of like this U shape over here when we add in these sections, because we're creating that crown area.
Okay.
Okay. So now I'm going to grab a little bit of hair from this side. And again, we're just taking like 1/2 inch sections, maybe, 1/2 inch sections. So now we're going to add that section into section number 2.
Yep.
Now we're taking section number 1, and we're going to take it and go under section 2.
Yep.
And we're going to lift up and then go over. Yep. Just like that.
So once you go over, then you have to figure out how to hold the hair so you can add to section 2 again. Or section 3. Section 3.
Section 3, yeah. But before we even go on anymore, okay?
Yeah.
We're gonna manipulate this because we want to create some volume at the crown area.
Okay.
And if we keep going too far down, it's going to create too much tension, and then we're not going to be able to get that really beautiful crown area.
Okay.
So let's just kind of pinch and pull a little bit out at the top here. Here, I'm gonna like bring her. Maybe I'll bring that up a little bit. Uh-oh. I don't know how I'm gonna do that with holding this, but
it's okay.
Are you guys?
I think it's good.
It's okay. All right. So So you just wanted to get a little bit of that volume there. Okay. So now we're taking section 1. Okay. We're gonna bring it back over. Okay. To section number 3. Okay. But before we wrap around it, we're gonna grab one more section here. add it into section 3, and then wrap it around. And the same thing on the opposite side. Grab your last little section from over here, add it into section 2, and then bring that section 1 under and around section 2.
Okay, so as you can see, my little wrap around, my section 1, which does the infinity part of it, is running out of length.
So in that case, I grab from section 2 or section 3 a little bit of hair from behind it and add it into section 1 to make it chunkier.
So you are adding it from the sections, you're not pulling from the head?
No.
Okay, perfect.
And the reason why is because it creates a like kind of a bulge if I do that.
Yeah.
So if I go from underneath here, it creates more tension and it makes it more fluid. So I grabbed a little bit from section 2, added it into section 1, and now I'm going to bring it back under section 3. And now, before we go back over to section 2 here, I'm going to take a little bit of hair out, just a little sliver, okay? Bring it over to the side. You could use a clip if you like, just to keep track of what hair is getting out there, okay? And then our section 2 here, all right? We're gonna continue to wrap the section 1 around section 2. So now section 1, go under section 2.
So are you already taking away from?
Yes. Now we're starting to take away. So now go underneath section 2, wrap around. Remember, we're keeping section 1 elevated the entire time. So as we go under section 2, lift up section 1 before you bring it back over. Or else you're going to get gaps in between your infinity braid.
Yeah.
Then we're going to do the same thing for section 3. We're going to take out a little sliver from section 3 here. Again, you can use your clip if you want to kind of just put it off to the side there and keep track of it. Now I have my section 3 over here. Bring section 1 underneath section 3. See, that section's out over there. And we're going to lift up and bring it back over to the other side. Take a little section out. Put it in your clip there.
So how many wraparounds are you doing before you start to take the sections out?
2.
Okay.
So, well, more than that, actually. Oh my God, I just got text. Guys, look out. Texture taffies everywhere.
Oh.
I just put my hand on my hip and it got all over my shirt.
Yeah,
that's so that's thing.
Oh no, I
that's
know.
Right. Oh, that's the one thing. Is the product can get a little messy. It's all right. Let me just put it through her hair here. Okay. So, yeah. So we started off up here, right? And then manipulated a little bit. We added in 2 sections from the side to bulk it up a little bit.
Okay.
Then we wrapped it around one time on either side. Then now we're starting to take out.
Okay.
So it's really just one turn on either side before you start taking out.
Okay.
All right. So now that we have our section number 1 wrapped under our section number 3 here, we're going to bring it back over to section 2. I already let out my hair, right? I took the little sliver out. So now let's take the section number 1, go underneath section 2, and I'm going to add a little bit more hair because now see my section 1 is getting short.
Yeah.
So we take from under here a little bit. Add it in. Okay. Now I'm going to hold it here. Okay. And we're going to take another little sliver out from section 3 and put it over in our clip over here. And then we're going to go underneath our section 3 with our section 1, lift up, create that tension. And now before coming back to section number 2, take the little sliver out, put it in their clip, take section 1, go under section 2, lift up section 1, wrap it around section 2 to come back to the other side. Take a little bit of hair out. Now we're getting momentum. Take a little bit of hair out on section 3, put it in your clip over here. Take section 1, go under section 3, lift up, come back over. Now we're going to take a little bit out from section 2, put it in our clip over here. Take section 1, go underneath section 2, lift up. Do you see how important tension is for this braid? Super important. So that's why I say keep lifting up number 1, because that's going to keep that tension. And then bring it back over. And now we're going to take a little bit out. And we're just going to keep taking these little pieces out until there's nothing to take out anymore.
Okay.
And bring it back over here in our clip. And let's go under section 3. Bring it back over. Take a little section out from section number 2.
So this was definitely going to be one of my looks because I was going to go and teach new bridal looks for 2020.
Yeah.
And this was my new go-to half up look, where we used this diamond braid to do your half ups for your bridal parties or for your brides, to give you something new to offer them instead of the normal half up, half downs. Love it. So I love it because it creates the hair half up and half down, but you've got something completely new and interesting in the back versus what we're used to seeing for the past few years.
Exactly. Sorry guys, there must be a delivery guy here. My dog's going nuts. I'm going to close the door. Okay, so now we're almost at the end here. Take a little bit out of section 2. Bring it over here. Bring section 1 under 2. All right, so what I like to do to finish this, you can totally take a bobby pin and stick it up, but I like to finish it off with an elastic. Okay. So what I'm going to do is take my elastic and tie it around the bottom here. And that'll keep it nice and secure.
So how are you tying it around the bottom?
I'm just literally, every piece that's left, I'm tying it in there. So there should just be a tiny, tiny little piece left here. And then we'll take these clips out. So now, before we continue on with our other diamond braid that's going to be under this, I want to create some more softness in here, okay? And I want to create this area right here. I want it to be a little bit bigger in the crown area with the swept pieces, and create that nice cascading flow. So how I'm going to do that is use my topsy tail tool. Hopefully I won't break this one too. And I'll focus on not adding too much hair in. Okay, so we're going to take a little bit of hair from either side, and what we're going to do is take that hair and we're going to feed it through underneath this braid to give it the illusion that it's actually in the braid. Okay, so the reason why we didn't add this in the braid initially is because it would have made it too chunky. Okay. Which you can if you want it chunkier, but it just depends on what size you want your diamond braid. So I'm going to take this hair over here. So you're going to take this hair that's on the side here. Yep. Okay. She has like a ton of hair. Yeah. So it's really not even from the side. It's from like, well, kind of. But then there's this. I can add it later. She has a lot. All right. So we're going to take that. Give it a little twist here. And I'm going to pull it through, like I said, right through here. So, okay, I'm going to watch you before I do this. Sure. All right. So if anyone has any questions, now's the time because I'm staring at my screen. Yes. All right. So
okay, so you're putting that through the back here.
Yeah.
Is it going through the braid or just the back part?
It's going through the back part of the braid, but like as I was grabbing hair around, it's kind of like stuck to the head almost.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to find where there's like the most space for me to bring it through. So I'm going to put this through first and then grab this. And we're going to take this hair and we're going to pull it through there. So that. And you just kind of wiggle it a little bit.
Oh my gosh, it worked. I did it.
And I did it. Yay. And then you're just going to kind of manipulate this hair, fluff it out a little bit.
Yeah, see that?
That's and it perfect. Just gives it that beautiful softness. Maybe take a little bit of a light hairspray and just kind of set it.
So you can see everybody like how essential these are to have available.
Totally.
Because we basically just did the diamond braid from a U shape up at the top, not really paying attention to this hair down here. But now what we're doing is we're taking it, twisting it, creating volume and texture, and then taking the topsy tail and just feeding it through the back of the braid. And now it's done. It's in there.
Yep.
So cool. I love that. Another aha moment.
Yay. Love the aha moment.
I have aha moment tallies here.
Oh, yay.
I want like a little number of aha and then like a little tally at the bottom where little fireworks go off.
Oh my God, make it a thing.
I'm going to make it a thing. Okay, so now this side, you can see we're going to grab this.
Yeah.
And depending on how much hair she has around the face, if it's short, long, whatever, is going to determine how you feed this through and like what that front looks like.
Exactly. So now I'm going to take this other one and right where this hole is right here, that's where I'm going to add that in. Okay. So we're just going to go to the other side here. And first I'm going to feed my topsy tail through. Then we're going to put that piece of hair, twist it a little bit, and then squeeze and wiggle that through.
Okay, that was a good idea too. You can squeeze that, the part of this, see this? You can squeeze that so it gets through easier.
Absolutely. And then let's kind of manipulate that twist a little bit, and then we can go in with a little bit of hairspray to keep it in place. And then also we can go in now with our bobby pins to kind of elevate it if we need to so it doesn't get detached from the top part there, and so it stays into place. So it's pulled through, which is pretty much going to stay. But you want to just add a little bit more security. So I'm just going to take a bobby pin and just kind of go underneath here, add that in.
And even when you add a bobby pin, you can also add a little bit of texture if you go in the same direction.
Yes.
It kind of splits it up and adds more texture right there while securing it to the head, but also taking a smooth area and almost like splitting it with the bobby pin and creating some more texture.
Yep. Love that.
Okay. I loved how we broke that down on how you got that look, because for me looking at it, I never would have known how you brought the sides in, because I automatically thought that you brought them into the braid, but only doing the U shape and then adding the sides in through the topsy tail in the braid, I love.
Awesome.
That was awesome. Yay. So perfect. There, I mean, if you had, this could be your half up look.
Totally.
For your bridesmaids, depending on how they wear their front. But now you have this beautiful half up look in this super cool new intricate braid that a lot of people maybe haven't seen, and then curl this down here. So you have something different, new, and interesting for your brides, which I'm all about.
Love. It shows them that you know what you're doing and that you can just introduce something new to them that they didn't know about. And they'll be like, oh my God, you're amazing.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Always good. So now what we're going to do is take our elastic and the hair that we have left over here from what we had pulled through
Yeah.
and what we had left from these pieces, you know, being out here. That's what we're going to tie together. Oh my gosh, guys, there's like power going out already. I hear like transformers. There's not even, the storm's not even here yet. No, like no kidding. The power went out twice when I was about to sit in my milk bathtub this morning for my maternity photo shoot.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So I'm just glad that I have wonderful light coming in and that I didn't have to set up a softbox light or a ring light, and that I can do this right now.
Oh my goodness. Well, seriously, we're so lucky that you're still on here before you have to like,
I know,
go down to the basement. Do you have a basement? Oh, look at that belly.
I was just saying, before I go down to deliver. Yeah. No, we don't have a basement here. It's just a 2-story. Oh wait, it just got all, hold on, I gotta tap the screen now. I hate when it does that. How are you guys doing it? Who's creating along with us right now?
I know, if you guys are making your half up diamond braids, give us a thumbs up, give us some hearts. Let's see what you guys are doing. Awesome.
Cool. So what I love about this, and you know, fanning these pieces out, is it gives the hair so much beautiful texture. So watch what happens here. So we're going to kind of visualize, all right, this is where our ponytail is going to start, like right here. And then we're going to be grabbing this hair in, okay? So you just want to kind of judge where that's going to be. So you don't want to tie it too low unless you want a lower ponytail. Totally fine. I want mine kind of hitting the occipital to just the base of the head right here, okay? So that's where I'm going to judge before I tie this off. I have my texture taffy all pulled through there. Keep it nice.
I got my little pomade.
Awesome. I'm only going to tie it twice.
Okay, so let me get my elastic. So now you're tying it there.
Yep. And then we're going to start to manipulate these pieces out. And this is why
you fan this out.
Yeah. And this is why it's so important that there's minimal tension, because if there's too much tension, it's going to cause a lot of frizz right now. So to have that minimal tension.
Okay, I like love this, girl.
Yeah, it looks cool like this, right? I like it.
It looks so cool just like this too. Yes, for those that are just joining us right now, we're halfway through the look. No worries at all. I'm going to save this as an IGTV as soon as I'm done. So it'll be posted very shortly after we're done. So you guys can watch from the beginning. So not to worry.
Yep. Perfect. Okay. So now we're going to take this, and this is our new 2 sections here. So we're going to do the same thing that we did at the top, where we're going to create this diamond infinity. And I'm going to be adding in hair as I go. Okay. And don't worry, you don't have to add in all of this hair down here. We're only going to be adding in really mainly these side pieces here. And then later on, we're going to grab this hair from underneath. Okay,
perfect.
So as we're adding in hair, just focus on really getting these side pieces lifted. Okay,
so like right here.
Yep, exactly.
Okay,
whatever's left over from there. So now I'm going to just make sure this stays in place. Maybe pop a little light hairspray in there. And now we can separate this into 2. Remember, make the section on one of the sides a little bit bigger, because you got to take that little strand of hair out to wrap around, right? And
you do not have to do a diagonal at this point, because you're not working off of the head.
Yeah, we're not working at the crown area, so it doesn't matter at this point. So now we're going to take a little section off from over here. And
so I just want to reiterate, when you're starting this again, she said to take one of the sections a little bit bigger than the other, because you're going to split a little bit of that to make the infinity that starts to go around. So just keep that in mind. You don't need to do equal. You do one side a tiny bit bigger than the other, because these are the things that you have to remember just to be successful every time.
Exactly. And to create that balance, right? We have to make sure that there's balance. So now I'm going to take section number 1, Okay, my tiny section, and this is
So
section
here's
and
section
section 3.
1, 2, 3.
Yep.
1, 2, 3. So just so when we start to talk about it, they know what it looks like.
Yep. And now we're going to take section 1. We're going over section 2, and we're going under section 3 and lifting up section 1. Remember to keep the tension.
Yes.
Okay. Now we're going to go around and back under section 2. And then back around. We're going to go back over to section 3. But before we continue, we're going to add in that hair from the side here. Start adding that hair in. She has so much hair. It's like, I grab it, and I'm like, wait, that's too much. All right. So
I know. No, Mustafa's mannequins have so much hair, which is so great for everything that you can create with.
Yeah. All right. So now we're taking section 1. We're going under section 2, wrapping around. And then now we're going to add into section 2. A little bit of hair over here.
So I feel at this point, your section 1 will start to run out of hair a little quicker than maybe the top portion. So now keep in mind, just continue to add from each section to that strand that is actually the infinity part of it to keep it long.
Absolutely. So now we wrapped it under section 2.
Yep.
We're going to go back to section 3. And as we go over to section 3, we're going to add in a little bit of more hair.
Hold on just a second. Can you please close my door, my love bugs? Thank you. You have a dog. I have children in my background.
Yep. It's real life. It's real life.
It's real life here.
All right. So now we're going to take section 1, go underneath. Right? We're going underneath section 3. Did you see what I did there? As I went under with my section 1, I grabbed a little bit of hair from underneath here.
Totally.
Into my section 1 because remember, it's getting smaller as we go.
Yes. Now, I think I've already added to that section 1 like twice already.
Yep. And now we're going to bring it back over to section 2, adding in our last section here. So we're only adding in sections twice on either side, okay? Just to keep it, and I'm going to keep this out here to keep it soft. Now we're going to go underneath section 2.
Yep.
Wrap that number 1 over. Go under section 3 here. Remember, we're not adding now, okay? We're just going to start taking away. Yeah, but first manipulate. You want to manipulate first, because if you wait till later, there's no way you're going to be able to get it out of this tight braid. So make sure you manipulate now, pop out a little bit of that texture. Okay, so now before we wrap number 1 back over to 2, we're going to start taking the little sections out. So little section out, wrap the number 1 under the number 2, bring it around, then take a little section out from section 3. Go under section 3 and wrap around and come back over to section 2. Take a little bit of hair out from section 2 first. Go under section 2 with number 1. Wrap it around. Remember, elevating section 1 as we're wrapping around.
To keep it tight.
Keep it tight, yep.
Okay, I'm in like full concentration mode right now.
Me too. So you guys concentrate and just watch now. I'll just keep talking. So yeah, I'm going to take another section out here. Wrap around section 1, around section 3.
I think that's the most satisfying part of this is like when you start to take out And
Yeah.
it starts to form.
I love it.
I know. I just love this braid. I mean, this is what I wanted to teach everywhere.
I know.
I guess I'm doing it now.
Yep. So we took that out. Let's go back under. This back over. Take a little section out from 3. Go under with section 1. Wrap it around. Take a little section out from 2.
Hello to everyone that's just joining. If you've missed it, not to worry. We're going to be sharing this as an IGTV when I'm done. With, also, what I'll do is write down the texture taffy from Kenra that you use because I know you love it so much. Also, where my mannequin's from with a promo code for Mustafa's education tools. So you can check out this beautiful mannequin and have some savings. Hola, people are on here. Where will it be on IGTV? On Beyond the Ponytail, on my feed. That's where it's going to live.
Okay, so now that we're at the bottom here, we have this pretty fanned out. I'm going to take this and I'm bringing section 1 over to section 2, and that's where we're going to tie a little elastic here.
Okay.
And we're going to kind of go underneath here so you don't see this elastic.
Okay. So let me ask you this. Section 1, which is the infinity part of it that goes around. To tie it off, you can just tie an elastic to one of the other sections.
Exactly.
Okay.
So you're taking the section 1 and then you're tying it onto section 2 or 3.
Yeah, I just did that. So just so people can understand how to tie off this diamond braid is section 1, which is the infinity part that goes around section 2 and section 3, which I call like the poles. You can take the end of section 1 and then just tie an elastic to one of the sections here and then pull it behind. So now it's secure and that section 1 is stopped. Like it's secure in there. Because sometimes you get confused if you're supposed to tie them all together as one, or it gets some, you know, just tie that section around one of the.
And then it hides it.
Poles.
And it hides it more when you just tie it around 1 instead of 2.
Yeah. So if you can see, I tied it around both here instead of 1. So now you can see it, just so you can see what to do, what not to do. Now I've tied it around just one of the sections, and now these sections stay separate still, but that section 1 is secured to one of them. So now this actually looks better than that. So you can see the difference.
Yep. Did you know I did that on purpose?
What?
That I tied it up here around 3, and then I tied it here around 1 section so you can see the difference.
No, I did the same thing and I just showed it.
Well, I did it on purpose because I wanted you guys to see visually what it makes a difference to make a little change. So I'm glad that you noticed that because I did it on purpose. And mine too, right? So this is the way that I told you to do it up here secretly. Okay, that's the way not to do it. You don't tie it around section 1, 2, and 3.
Correct.
Down here is the correct way where you tie section 1 around section 2 or section 3. Yeah. And then it hides it. Look, there's no elastic.
Yeah, there's no elastic.
Yeah.
Okay, that is so funny, girl. You and I are so like,
I love it. So now the finale.
I'm all, Renee and I have taught together, and so we kind of, I mean, we know like the best way to teach is to show like what to do and what not to do visually, because then it makes more of an impact. So yeah.
Than just explaining. Yep.
Did you put texture taffy on section 1? Yeah, I think she puts it on everything before she separates. Yes.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. So now this is the last part of the style. And we're going to leave out, you know, if you want to, some just, you know, face framing pieces here.
Yeah.
Maybe some soft pieces underneath if you wanted to, but really I'm just going to leave those face framing out. Maybe.
And then you're going to do a ponytail underneath here?
Exactly.
With the
so
wrap.
without tying this in, I don't want to tie this in. I want this to fan out on top of it.
Okay.
Okay. So we're going to kind of lift that up, push it to the side. And then I'm tying a ponytail underneath that.
Janie says she loves your makeup.
Ah, thanks. Thanks so much. I was like, having a panic attack putting on my lashes this morning because I had to do it right the first time, right? And I was like on a time crunch and I made it work. They don't look the best, but I appreciate that.
No, I putting on eyelashes are stressful. Like I used to do it. I don't do it anymore. See,
no.
These are my little guys.
Yeah.
What texture taffy? Alex would like to know which texture taffy. It's from Kenra. It's purple. It's what I think she eats it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
How'd you know? How'd you know? But look at this. So now
she uses it all the time. If you go to her page, you'll notice that her looks are always frizz-free and super shiny and just so totally polished. That is her secret sauce. So
that's my secret sauce.
Grab some. You can get it at Cosmoprof. I'm gonna go get some because I didn't yet, and I should have, but I didn't. I was not home yesterday, but yeah, no, it's good stuff. I've been meaning to get it in my little kit as well.
Awesome.
You're all great together. Aw, thank you, Lisa. You guys are so sweet. Amazing.
Thank you guys.
Good show once more. I'm going to put the link to the Kenra Texture Taffy in my caption so you guys know where to buy some of our favorites, which, you know, I've got Mustafa's Doll Head and also Kenra's Texture Taffy. These are kind of like our, you know, favorites here in this live. Thank you. Love this look. We'll have to try it soon. Yes, Alex, please. And then if you do, just tag us in your stories or in your post and anything, because we'd love to feature everybody that has worked on this. I feature it for days afterwards in my stories. So don't forget to tag Beyond the Ponytail and Styles by Renee Marie when you complete your looks, because we love, love, love to share them. Hi, Indonesia. Hello, everybody. You guys are so awesome.
You guys, I want to see what you did.
Yeah.
I want to see what you did for real, and practice it, because this braid's a little difficult to get down at first. And once you got that tension, just remember section 1, you need to make sure you elevate it as you are turning it around each of the section 2 and 3 to keep that tension in. Remember, sectioning at the top, we did that diagonal section. So everything would be nice and fluid and just come together. We used our topsy tail tool again to create that nice flow, that softness and flow. And you guys, that's like breaking, not even touching the surface on the million things and tips and tricks that I can teach you, which is why I have my online course that is 7 weeks long, because it is impossible to fit every single tip and trick in the Updo game that I've learned in 17 years of styling into one tutorial. It's impossible to get every look that you do perfectly polished by only using the texture taffy. You need to know how to use it, when to use it, what hair types to use it on. I mean, there's a million different factors. So I want you to know, for the things that we did today was specific to this hair type, which would have been a bride or a bridesmaid that already has awesome thick long hair, that already has a light wave to it, okay? And if their hair, you know, was different, I would have been doing a different style or approaching things a little bit differently. So there's a million and one ways to be doing bridal styles and knowing how to achieve them. So if you guys want to learn more, head over to my page, links in my bio. And I also just opened up my Bridal Beauty Confidence Facebook Academy.
Oh, awesome.
So that's new, because that was exclusively only for girls my bridal beauties, I call them, in my online course.
Okay.
And now I opened it up to other people if they want to join. And it's a fraction of the cost of what my course is.
Yeah.
But I have exclusive lives on it. We do monthly coaching calls where we do topics of their choice. And it just gets your feet a little wet just to see if, hey, oh my gosh, if I'm not ready for your course yet, this is the little thing I can, you know, dip my feet into and, you know, be mentored by me, get some of that extra attention that you need for, you know, styling and education. And then if you want to take that leap into the course and you're ready, it's there when you're ready. So
awesome.
You can check both of those things out. But yeah,
and that's all available if you go to the link in your bio.
Everything's there.
Yeah. The link in your bio.
Join the Bridal Beauty Confidence Facebook Academy. You'll see join Bridal Beauty Confidence online course. And that is the one that has literally everything I learned in 17 years broken down into 7 weeks.
Awesome.
It's crazy.
So
but you guys, feel free to send me a DM too.
I know you've worked so hard on it. I know you've worked so. You have put your whole, like, literally blood, sweat, tears into this course because you totally want to support and elevate bridal hairstylists to be their best and make the money that they deserve, because it's so much work doing what we do and what you do. So that is awesome. Yes. And I'll have that link in the caption. I want to say hi to, I think, Whitney's on here. Hey,
Whitney, I miss you. Hey, Crystal. Hey, Yanni.
We've got, I think Dubai was on here. Brazil. Hello. Ukraine. Did you attach the underneath ponytail at the bottom to the bottom infinity braid? Nope. You kept it separate.
Under.
So this ponytail down here is completely separate. But
if you would have attached it, it would have been a bubble.
Yeah, but you can you can fluff it and incorporate it into adding more curls here if you want to.
Yeah.
Mexico, yay. I love Mexico. That's where my daddy's from.
Oh, nice.
Lots of love from Sweden. Thank you, Sweden. Germany.
Hey, Sweden. I got an aunt in Sweden and 3 cousins.
Brazil, love it. We'll try tagging later. Yes, so what we would love for you to do is, if you didn't get a chance to watch the whole thing, I'm sharing this as an IGTV in just a few minutes as soon as we get off. I will be tagging where Mustafa's mannequin you can get, also with the products that we used. And then I, of course, will be tagging Renee Marie's page in there so you can check out all the different coaching options. She has different options depending on the plan that you want to do for joining her bridal beauty confidence world that she's created, which she has done such a great job with.
Thank you.
But yeah, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to DM. I just want to say to Renee, thank you for coming on. I know you have a wonderful, wonderful event happening soon of giving birth to your beautiful daughter. So I'm so, like, I just got goosebumps. I'm so excited for you. And we wish you like a beautiful delivery and recovery. And we just can't wait to see that beautiful little girl on here, because I know you're going to bring her on here and show us.
Oh my God, totally. I just got my baby wrap in the mail. She's going to be strapped to my belly. My chest, and we'll be on here. She will, yes.
And your other daughter is so excited to be a big sister.
Oh,
that is just awesome. I know. It's so great. Absolutely stunning style. Thank you. It is a fun style. It's a new look, something to inspire you to get creative with your bridal looks. Yeah, it's super cool. There's many things that you can do with this. Carolee, hi, hun.
Hey,
she
girl.
just jumped on here. Hey, girl. So if you have any questions, please feel free to DM me, DM Renee Marie, tag us in your looks. I want to repost all of these awesome looks on our stories for the next few days. So yeah, that's so exciting. And I think we might have something that we might be announcing after this. So
yeah.
We're gonna
absolutely. I first of all want to see your looks and your recreations of this, And let's just say if you recreate and tag us that you may get entered into a certain giveaway.
Yes.
And I'm going to post info about that giveaway after we get off this live.
Yep. So we have something else that we're cooking up together that we want to share with you. So stay tuned for that. Again, I will be on here next Monday. I'll be announcing who my next stylist is. I have this crazy lineup coming. I wish I could tell you, but I'm not, because I love to teach you guys. But we have some amazing artists that are scheduled to come on. So we'll be sharing that with you soon. Have a great Monday, everybody. Renee, stay safe with this hurricane that's headed your way as we speak. Thank you again for joining us and sharing you with us, which we love.
I love you, girl.
I love you.
I got to connect with you all the way across.
I know.
Because we're in opposite ends, and I'm so glad that I was able to connect with all of you wonderful people all over the world.
Absolutely.
This is so awesome.
All right, girl. I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you later today. I'm gonna let Renee go.
Bye, all right, bye
guys. Okay, you guys, that was so much fun. Like I seriously loved doing this braid, and I loved the tips that she showed us, which I didn't do, like connecting, like the first part, splitting it on a diagonal so you don't get a split. How to tie these appropriately and why you would do that. Also starting to pull this out as you start the braid, so you can really design it without having to go back and do it later. So some of those tips were my aha moments. I hope you had quite a few as well. Don't forget to tag me in your recreations, because people that get to recreate and tag, I think, are entered in a special giveaway that we're going to be announcing soon with Renee Marie. So thank you for joining us. If you have any questions, I will be sharing this as an IGTV, and then everything that we need to share with you will be in the caption. So you can click on it and go to where you need to go to purchase or find out more information about the products that we use. So again, thank you, everybody. And I will see you guys in a week. Take care.